How about another round for Brewsday Tuesday? Here is Huck and Big Nate.
There you go.
Oh, Brewsday Tuesday. Welcome back in.
My favorite day of the week.
Any day ending in Y is a good day, but if you have beer and a Huck, it's a great day. So I'm inclined to agree with you. Huck, of course, once again brought the beers,
Oh yeah.
and
Brought the heads of the dogfish.
I can't. I mean, Huck's beer perfectly matches his shirt,
It
so I'm gonna let him
does.
go first.
It does. Hey, let me hold it up. So I have the juicy pale ale, Grateful Dead, or maybe grapefruit. I don't know. I'm just kidding. IPAs are known to be grapefruity, so maybe it's grapefruit dead. I'm a huge fan of the Grateful Dead. That being said, I'm not what you would call a deadhead. As I've grown older and they grew older, everybody grows older, right? I didn't follow the Dead when I was young. As a matter of fact, I didn't even see any of the Dead bands until after Jerry had passed. Even though I look like Jerry,
You
act like
do,
Jerry, I even have the wave thing on my Jeep mirror is a Jerry hand.
but not a deadhead.
But I'm not really. I'm a new Deadhead. I think that the old band cover bands are better than the old bands now because they're old and their fingers can't play as well. That being said,
Yeah,
some
but
of them are pretty good.
isn't John Mayer like singing
We
for
have to love John Mayer.
one of them? Yeah,
Yeah, he
and like
came
he did a
around.
great job.
Oh, he can play a guitar pretty well too.
Yeah.
He doesn't suck.
No, he does
No,
not.
he does not. But I mean, yeah, the thing, there's a lot of wazoo woo woo with all the man, oh, well, this and that. But you go out and you see somebody like, well, that was a bad example. I was gonna say Doobie Brothers, but they still play just like they used to. I'll give them that. But some of the older bands are like, oh my gosh, dude, get off the chair, get some young people in there. So I think the Grateful Dead will continue on. We keep losing people, but they like Little Feat. Little Feat's brought in their new guitar player is pretty good. So
What's the ABV on that beer?
I think
Did
it's
you say?
like, no, I did not.
That's such a cool can. Like Grateful Dead
Looks like it's 9.
9.
Yeah, here,
Hell yeah.
let me get the glasses.
I'll take that.
No, 5.3. I'm a lot.
That's not even close to 9.
It is.
So
It's halfway there.
I'm not a huge Grateful Dead fan. I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. I when I hear them, like, hey, okay, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's not really my jam. However, one thing that they were very good at is just branding.
Oh yeah.
Like looking at that can and then like the,
Yeah.
the shirt you've got, like they were very good at branding and marketing and for a band that wasn't
Well,
like very corporate, they knew what they were doing.
this is like I think they call this the Steely, steal your face. Well, the Grateful Dead were known for dosing uh LSD. And so a lot of the people, I'm not that guy, but a lot of people anymore. There are a lot of people that do, hallucinogenic drugs and go see Grateful Dead bands, and that's why people who don't do that are going, "What is this jam going to ever end?" Well, the other people are like, "Ah," they love it. So that's going on. So, but that's not my favorite. I love the
I like the
Bears.
Bears on your shirt.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Bears. The Steely face is one thing, but the Bears are where it's at.
I'm going to be honest with you. The Bears, I mean, you may or may not know this about me. My favorite thing in the whole wide world, candy wise, is gummy bears. Every time I see like a Grateful Dead bumper sticker with the bears, it's like, man, I should go pick up some gummy bears right now.
I have
So it's
some,
like some weird unintentional, like,
I have some special gummy bears. They're
yeah,
really good.
I can
About
believe
an
it.
hour after you eat them, they're even better. So yeah, gummy bears are great. I'm proud of that. Yeah, we were talking maybe at some point about doing a infused THC drink show, but I mean we'd have to drink them an hour before the show for it to work
It's
right.
true.
But we can try that. I mean we cut some ground a few years back when I made a infused beer and we drank it on the air and the ATF didn't show up, so I guess we're all right on that.
Yeah.
I think the statute of limitations is up on
I'm
that
gonna
one.
say they've got other things occupying their time
They
anyway.
do right now.
So I've got the Dogfish Head covered in nugs, American India Pale Ale. Doesn't say East Coast or West Coast, just American. Classically dank, piney and citrusy, covered in nugs, scratches every nook and cranny of that IPA itch. Experience notes of bright citrus and heady evergreens. That's what I want to do when I'm an adult. I want to write descriptions on beer cans.
Well, I thought you want to experience nooks and crannies.
3 kids. I think I've
You've
done
had
that.
enough of that. Yeah, you need to stop for a
I
minute.
think I've done that.
Stop for a minute. Yeah, no, I mean, so I was reading up. Dogfish Head basically sold out to Boston Beer. I was speaking earlier, and they took stock. So if you know the history, the Boston Beer Company has 2 levels of stock. There's voting stock and non-voting stock, and then historically, Jim owned all the voting stock, and other people could buy the non-voting stock. Well, Sam traded in for $300 million worth of the voting stock. So even though he's not technically running the company, he's right in there. And actually, to be honest, the thing about the reason they're still doing very well. I mean, the beer industry in general is
They're well distributed.
suffering some setbacks. Well, we can talk about that in a second, but the reason is they do Truly, they do hard iced tea, they've got a new one. They're doing RTDs. For those who don't know what that is, it's ready to drinks. Ready to drinks were a game changer in the last couple of years. Because like I'm too lazy to mix orange juice with my vodka. I want to buy it
Yeah.
already mixed. That's how lazy I am. Okay, and I'm good with that. So that's what they're selling, and that is a growth industry. The Truly was a great thing too because it went up at 400% a year for a while. So that's where they're making their real money. But they also had, of course, different distributors because Boston Beer Company was contract brewing a lot of their beers in Pennsylvania and some other places. And Dogfish Head had a huge brewery they built. And so they were both distributing across the country. And it's the 3-tier
Yeah.
BS system. So the contracts are really tight. So when they combined, and craft brewers traditionally have had a hard time getting their beer distributed. But since they both had huge contracts across the country, they basically went in and said, okay, here's the deal. We want to quit you and go over here. And you can either let us do that or we'll just not sell beer in your state. And so they caved.
Yeah.
And so it took a while, and I think it's still in progress because, some of these contracts are pretty tight. You got the government involved in something they shouldn't even be messing with
No.
due to prohibition. But anyway, so that distribution's good. So they have really good distribution. I guess, other beer companies, Dale's Pale Ale and Scar City and one of the others, they all got together and they're doing a thing too that's very, very distributor positive. And of course, what's the one out of North Carolina? Well, Sierra Nevada's doing that, and the other one out of
Hills.
the other one out of North Carolina. It was anyway. There's 4 or 5 major regional, national craft breweries now. The problem is that InBev is still controlling the grocery store shelves, and I don't know when that's going to end. I don't know. People aren't really demanding it as long as they got something that seems like craft beer.
No, the
They're
grocery
okay.
store I shop at got rid of the build your own 6-pack.
Really?
Yeah.
I know what the store that is.
So I go to the other grocery store that still has a build your own 6-pack.
I don't know. I mean,
Which is the better store anyway.
I don't know that
Anyone who lives in Radford knows exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Anyone who lives in Radford and is a beer drinker knows exactly
yeah,
what
we
I'm
know.
complaining about
We
right
know what
now.
you're talking about. But it's like really weird. It's beer, and the problem around here is we only have one beer store. 1 or 2 in Blacksburg. We don't really have what
No.
we need.
We need a Total
Somewhere,
Wine.
right? Somewhere within a 50-mile radius, we need a Total Wine. I personally don't have the wherewithal to do that right now. But if I win that lottery, I bought a ticket. If I win that lottery tonight, I'm going in. I'm gonna build. That's what I'm gonna do. Everybody's like, I'm gonna build a mansion. No, I'm gonna build a Total Wine. I'm just gonna live in there.
I can find you a storefront in Radford.
All right. Well, yeah, anybody could, right? No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah. That is something. Well, these beers are delicious.
Are they?
I think. Well, I haven't had the one you've got there,
No,
but
it's
I like the
delicious.
Citrus Squall. I would have given that a 4.25 as well.
Oh yeah, I would give it the super duper
The Super Doppio.
super doppio of 4.5. I thought that was very good. I mean, as I'll differ with you in the high ABV is good for Huck. Huck likes that.
No, I like the high ABV. I think what I took exception to with that is it wasn't like a
Pilsner
full-on
enough.
Pilsner.
Yeah, I
It
get
wasn't
you, I get
Pilsner
you.
enough. And I mean, I guess
I
once
get
you
that.
get into that high ABV, it probably is, but I was scoring it based on the style of beer. Um, I like this covered in nugs though. American India Pale Ale.
Oh, I look forward to trying that after the show.
It's got this cute little troll on the front of it. Is that
Ah,
what Sam looks like?
no, Sam's pretty clean cut.
Okay, so that's
Sam
not
tight,
Sam.
tight, no beard, no mustache. Sam's
You
very energetic.
you
And
wouldn't
he's
know
in
he makes
really
beer?
good shape.
Well, you gotta if you're around beer all day, like there is a saying though, like you don't want to trust a skinny chef.
Right?
So I don't know about a
Skinny brewer.
brewer
Well,
who's
there's a rumor, and I don't even know.
he doesn't even drink.
No, about Sam Cooke with Boston Beer. There's from I met all these people 10, 15 years ago when I started into beer, back when they were accessible. They no longer really are. But they said that he would eat uh like yeast, like you buy at the grocery store, before he would go out drinking, and that would keep him from getting drunk. Now, I've never seen we should Google it now to see, but we tried to figure that out. I never really asked him because you don't stand up in a room of 100 beer writers and bloggers and go, hey, by the way, you doing some of that yeast today? But I have spent a day with him, not just me and him, but in a group. I've done tours with him. I've been at the Great American Beer Festival with him, and wandered around all day with him, and he drinks continuously all day long. He's always got a beer in his hand, and it's like, how do you do that? Well, I do it, but I mean, I'm a professional. How does he do it? I don't know. And run a big giant business. I don't run. I run my mouth.
That's a fair
That's all I
question, though.
run. Does it work?
Well, they say like if you're drinking like to put enough sugar in your body, if you throw yeast in there, it's got to eat.
Right. Eat the alcohol. I don't know. Eat the sugar. I don't know. I'm just saying. That seems to me it would make more alcohol.
We're gonna have to do this science on an upcoming Brewsday Tuesday because I think there's an experiment.
Well, write that down because we're in the second half of this show, and I'm not going
Yeast.
to remember it.
I'll remember the yeast.
Okay, because I won't. Once we get in the second half of the show, all holds are
We
barred.
can go even better. We can try brewer's yeast, champagne yeast,
Yeah,
baker's yeast.
when I made a barley wine, I used champagne yeast.
That's the way to go.
Actually, I get this. I've got a campsite on the river, like we were saying,
Down by the river.
down by the river in a van. I'm going to start brewing beer there because it'll be good. We'll see.
I like it.
I
All
haven't
right.
brewed in a while.
Well, let's rate these, and then we're gonna get the hell on out of here, and we're gonna go drink.
Okay, I'm good with that. All right, well, I'm going to give this one a 5.
A 5.
Oh, yeah, this is Grateful Dead. This is Dogfish Head. This is Juicy Pale Ale. I got, oh my gosh. Watch me chug the rest. That's hardly a chug. That's just one swallow, like 5 ounces.
Delicious though, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to chug. I need to get back into that.
I like to savor. I like to enjoy the moment.
I like to be
Back in my day, though,
I like to be disrespectful to craft beer and chug it.
this one's delicious. Dogfish Head. By the way, he's Huck's Beer Buzz on Untapped. I'm Big Nate Danger. Covered in Nugs is also going to be a 5, 6.7% ABV. It's a really good American India Pale Ale.
And I'm Huck's Beer Buzz on all the social media.
This is also
Even
true.
the Gmail. Hook me up, send me out, go drink with me. You'll get in trouble.
Turn me on, turn me loose.
That's right. We'll get you in trouble somewhere.
Back again next week. We don't know what we're doing. We'll find out then.
No mercy. It's one of those shows. Won't be any promos. I mean, it's just promo. We're going to drink.
We're going to drink. Keep it locked to 5.3 The Bear.
I like day drinking more than almost anything.
Yeah, I might.
I know. I was kind of surprised you like drinking on the job. I guess you figured you'd get away with it today. They don't care anyway. Your haircut does look good.